I'm a blonde American woman from Colorado, tall, pale, always sunburned, and according to every Filipino Lola I've met, hey, so beautiful like Barbie. Honestly, back home people just call me ma'am, so hearing Barbie is a nice upgrade. This story begins on a hot afternoon in Manila, the kind of heat that makes you question your life choices, your clothing choices, and whether deodorant even works in Asia. I had just moved into a small apartment on a quiet street. Well, quiet until 6 a.m. when the roosters start screaming like they have a vendetta against me. On my first week, I discovered something locals said every foreigner must try. The Sari-Sari store. I had no idea what it was. I thought it was a mini grocery shop. Or like 7-Eleven, but smaller. I soon learned I was very, very wrong. It was a portal, a magical community portal disguised as a tiny store. But I'll get to that. I walked down the road in my sun hat, sunglasses, blonde hair glowing like a flashlight. Every kid I passed stared at me like I was an alien. One kid whispered, "Mama, is she a celebrity?" I wish. I can barely get my dog to listen to me. Finally, I reached a little wooden hut with Coca-Cola signs, snack displays, and a woman fanning herself with a folded piece of cardboard. This was my first Sari-Sari store. I felt like Dora the Explorer, but blonde and sweating. I approached the counter. "Hello, Po," I said proudly because I'd been practicing my Filipino greetings. The store lady gasped, grabbed my hand and said, "Hey," and Ganda name and Barbie, Barbie, come. She didn't even ask my name. I was now Barbie, Destiny. I looked at the shelves. Everything seemed miniature tiny soaps, single packs of coffee, small sachets of shampoo. I grabbed a pack of candy, just simple orange-flavored candy because I wanted something sweet. "One candy Po," I said. "One?" she asked, confused, eyebrows raised. "Yes, one." She nodded suspiciously, like no one had asked for just one candy before in the history of the Philippines. But, okay. Candy in hand. Mission accomplished. That should have been the end of the story. Oh no, that was only the beginning of the chaos, because as soon as I turned around, there were 3 kids staring at me, and 6, then 10. Then someone yelled from across the street, "The blonde girl is at Aling Norma's store." I swear it echoed. Suddenly, a teenage girl appeared beside me and asked, "Can I selfie with you, 8?" Before I could respond, she already had her phone out, lips puckered, posing. Then another girl joined, then a kuya. Then someone asked grandmother who kissed me on the cheek like we'd known each other our whole lives. I was overwhelmed. Back home, strangers don't even look at you unless you drop money on the floor. Here, you buy one candy and suddenly you're Miss Universe. The Sari-Sari owner, Aling Norma, started handing out chairs because apparently we were having a gathering now. Then, like magic, someone arrived with pancit. Another person brought Coke in a plastic bag with a straw. A man I'd never met handed me a huge fan and said, "You look hot." Then his wife smacked him with his slipper. I laughed so hard I almost dropped my candy. Then the questions began. 8, what is your name? Where are you from? Do you have a boyfriend? Why are you so white? Do you eat rice? Can you teach me English? Do you want to try balut? Do you want to live here forever? This one concerned me a bit. I told them my name is Hannah, that I'm from the US, and that no, I don't have a boyfriend, big mistake. The entire barangay froze. 10 heads turned to the same direction. At the corner, a skinny teenage boy dropped his basketball. Their eyes met like a telenovela. His friends whispered, "Tall, the foreigner? She has no boyfriend." The poor boy blushed so hard I thought he was going to explode. His grandmother shouted from the balcony, "Hoy! My apo is single." I nearly choked on air. I tried to hide behind the pancit, but the weirdest thing was I didn't feel scared or uncomfortable. I felt welcomed. Like these people decided I was part of the community in 10 minutes flat. Suddenly, someone asked me, "Hannah, why did you come here?" I shrugged. "Honestly, I'm just trying to understand life here." They all nodded like I said something profound. Then Aling Norma, The owner pointed to the candy in my hand and said, "Because of that candy, you are now family." I burst out laughing. But then something unexpected happened. She wiped her eyes. No joke. Here in the Philippines, when you go to the Sari-Sari store, you don't just buy things. You meet people, you talk, you share your life. This is where we make memories. It hit me. Back home, stores are places you rush through. No talking, no neighbors, no laughter. Just get your stuff and go. But here, a Sari-Sari store wasn't a store. It was the heart of the neighborhood. Before I knew it, kids were sitting on my lap. Women were asking if they could braid my blonde hair. And a group of Titos were debating if I could handle spicy food. I tried a snack a kid gave me. It was called Ding Dong Mixed Nuts. I said, "Oh, this looks fun." Everyone laughed because they thought I was making a dirty joke. I was not. Then someone gave me chalk nut. I took a bite and immediately understood why Filipinos cry about childhood memories. Then someone else yelled, "Hannah, try royal orange." Then, "Hannah, taste the piatos." And soon, there was a mountain of snacks in front of me. And every single one was the best one according to someone. I wasn't just making friends. I was being adopted. Then, as the afternoon went on, the jokes turned into deeper conversations. "Back then," one Lolo said, "we used to gather here every day. Life was slow. Life was simple. No gadgets. Just people." A mom added, "Even until now, when we have a problem, the Sari-Sari store is the first stop. Someone here will listen. Someone here will offer help." I realized something. Filipinos don't need fancy cafes or expensive restaurants to connect. A Sari-Sari store is enough, a wooden bench, a warm breeze, a cold Coke, and people who genuinely care. Hours passed. Someone brought a guitar. Someone sang. A kid braided flowers into my hair. A woman held my hand and said, "You look like you're far from home, but you're safe here." And maybe it was the heat or the sugar or the kindness, but I suddenly felt emotional. In the US, I grew up in a place where neighbors barely knew each other. People stayed indoors. No one talked. Everyone was busy. Everyone was distant. But here, people let me in instantly. No hesitation, no suspicion. Just warmth. For the first time, I didn't feel like a tourist. I felt like a person. A real human being with a place in the world. And somehow, that place was a Sari-Sari store surrounded by strangers who became friends in one afternoon. Before I went home, a small girl tugged my dress. "Hey, Hannah, will you come back tomorrow?" I knelt down. "Yes, of course." She grinned and handed me a tiny candy. "For you. See, you don't forget us." My heart melted into a puddle. When I walked back to my apartment, I didn't feel alone. I felt Filipino. Because that's what Filipinos do best. They turn strangers into friends. They open doors without being asked. They see you not just as a foreigner, but as a person with a story, a soul, and a place in their community. I came for candy. I left with 10 new friends, and tomorrow, I know when I walk by the Sari-Sari store again, someone will yell, "Barbie, you're back." And honestly, I can't wait.